Welcome, guys. Welcome to this exciting event today. I'm super excited about hanging out with some cool dudes today and sharing our amazing mission and what this is all about. To introduce myself, my name is Adam, and I've been involved in the Juice Plus company for just over 4 years now. Before this, I was a traditional business owner working 60, 70 hours a week. I got into owning my own business because I wanted to own my own life. I didn't want to be told what to do. I've always been driven. I've always been ambitious. I've always wanted to create this freedom lifestyle. But to be honest, owning your own life and owning your own business, if anyone's owned their own business, would understand that that's probably not allowed to be ever said in the same sentence. I've always felt like I was hardworking. I felt like I had enough know-how to become successful, but I never really found a vehicle that could ultimately give me what I'm looking for. If you're here today and you're a little bit skeptical, I want to let you guys know that I was also, so don't worry about that. I was certainly very skeptical, but I'd heard about some amazing growth that had gone on in this company. I'd heard about some incredible growth that had gone on in the UK, and 20-year-old kids creating six-figure incomes in 6 to 9 months certainly got my interest. So I came along to an event that was somewhat like this, although skeptical, with an open heart and an open mind. And all I'd encourage you today, if you've taken the time out, if someone sent you this video, that you have an open mind, an open heart to maybe that life can be different. And I think in hindsight, when I look back 4 years on now, it's easy for me to say this because I have been able to do this full time now. Life has changed. We live in such a different world these days than our parents did, that our dad did. I think so many of us guys want to honor our hard-working fathers, and we feel like that we have to work our ass off also to get ahead in life. But the reality is that we don't live in the land that our old mans did. We live in such a different world with social media, the internet, word of mouth. These are now the mediums how people are finding out about products and services and are utilizing these things to leverage and create a more freer life of choices. So I'm super excited about sharing today. I'm super excited about introducing you to some great guys. And the first person I'm going to pass you over to is Lorien, someone that I originally shared this with, who actually came to me about this, and he's going to share a little bit about his story, but also our amazing program and the products that go with.
Hey, thanks guys. Thanks so much for having me on, Adam. I first came across the Juice Plus company about 4 years ago through a client of mine. She got some amazing results from the product. I was definitely skeptical. I even told her not to do it because I was just one of those skeptical trainers who just said no to everything. But I couldn't deny the results. She got some really deep health changes, and I just thought, you know what? The world's in a health crisis right now. People are suffering, and the world needs our help. I knew some people that could use extra fruits and vegetables, but also that the world's in a financial crisis. People are sick of going to their job and not seeing their family and making massive sacrifices around their values and how they want to live their life just to make money. And I was definitely sick of my boss telling me what to do. I was massively in debt. I was loaded like credit cards. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted to work smarter and not harder. I was burnt out. I just couldn't see my life going in the same direction. So I was looking for something. I tried a few different things that just fell flat on their face. But I believed if you're knocking on enough doors, one will open. I just saw that this was something I felt like I could get passionate about, that I believed in, that would have a positive impact in other people's lives. And it's completely transformed our life. I've been able to retire from my traditional business. This is a multiple six-figure online business, and I'm a to-be dad now. Any day we're going to have a baby or week now, and feel so blessed that we're going to be able. I don't have to check with my boss to have time off. I don't have to check with my bank account. We're able to spend that quality time and not miss any of those magic moments. Now we've got team and customers all over the world, and I'm so grateful for what this has given us. And where that all started was with the Juice Plus products. Okay, 30 vine-ripened, GMO-free, pesticide-free fruits and vegetables in a capsule. When I first come across Juice Plus, I didn't think I needed it. Fruits and veggies in the capsules. I juice. I take green smoothies. I freaking pump it at the gym. You know, I was like, I'm taking those fruit and veggie capsules, but I just saw so many people getting profound results, health changes, you know, healing their bodies. And I thought, man, there's something going on here. Maybe I need to give it a go. So I was suffering at the time with adrenal fatigue. I was getting sick all the time. I was just, you know, I had chronic fatigue, and I'd been taking all the vitamins and minerals that the naturopath told me to take, which cost me hundreds of dollars, but I was still sick and tired and burnt out. You know, I've been an athlete most of my life, and I knew how my body was meant to feel. I just couldn't figure out what was going on. So it took a bit of convincing to me to start popping the green, purple, and red pills. But once I did, you know, after about 3-4 months, I really started to notice that I didn't have that chronic fatigue anymore. I wasn't getting sick anymore. And I had stopped taking everything else. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give this a go and see what happens. And I haven't looked back. So it's been a game changer for my health and also my family. So 30 vine ripened, GMO free, pesticide free, fruits and vegetables in a capsule with all the water and sugar extracted. It kind of makes sense. Fruits and vegetables, it's been around for thousands of years. I wonder why so many people are suffering with disease. Okay, because like 100 years ago, we didn't have all of these serious diseases. We didn't have, you know, high rates of cancer in kids and, you know, cardiovascular disease and all of these things that are going on. It's crazy because we're eating more whole foods. We didn't have that. And so Juice Plus actually treats the cause, the root cause, this inflammation in the body, rather than just a Band-Aid thing. So it's kind of like having 30 fruits and vegetables into a juice, into a smoothie every single day, twice a day. You would imagine that would do wonders for your body, healing the body from the inside out. So that's kind of the capsules. Definitely helped with my training, my recovery, my extra energy. But more importantly, I wasn't getting sick all the time. The other product we have is the whole food powders. Now, I will say that Juice Plus is the most scientifically researched product, nutraceutical product in the world. Over 38 peer-reviewed, double-blind clinical research papers. In fact, one of the first people that I took Juice Plus to was one of the leading cancer researchers in Australia. And she went and read the studies and came back to me and said that I want to take this product. Now, she had her psoriasis heal up over her hands and feet. She had some incredible changes. She had inflammatory diseases, which improved. She was looking to shred some kilos on our shred program. So that kind of weight needed to fall off her. Now, I'm definitely not looking to lose weight, okay? So it's all how you use the products. And I think that Juice Plus is about helping your body find its balance. If you need to shred the fat, you'll shred the fat. If you need to put on a little bit of weight, it's going to help you put on the weight. Now, on the shakes, it's all how you use this, right? On the shakes. Now, I was kind of like a protein kind of guy when I come across this. I wasn't taking these girly shakes, that's for sure. But I've got to be honest, I've got to own up, I'm kind of addicted to these babies now. They taste awesome, and also getting all that supportive nutrients rather than just an isolated protein, okay, which actually messes up your kidneys, and you're not getting all supportive nutrients. I started taking these post-workout. Have helped massively with recovery. In the mornings, I can just have it as a quick, go-to before I head out for a surf as well. So these have been a game changer. I love them. All vegan, safe for kids, pregnant women, all that kind of stuff. So the other product that we have is an omega. Now, this is any doctor will tell you that you need to take an omega supplement because we don't make that in our body. This is a plant-based omega, so you don't have to worry about any toxins from fish, sustainability, all that kind of stuff. All the range of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 from a plant-based source. So more easily absorbed in the body. Omegas have been shown to help with depression, joints, brain health, all that kind of stuff as well. And if you're training, you're trying to put muscle mass on, you need to be taking omegas. Like that's research. You can look that up yourself. So that's the omega. The only other product we have is the chewable, okay, which is the family Healthy Starts program, family healthy study, whatever it is now, okay, which is for kids. So when you purchase the capsules, you can actually sponsor your kid for the same product, chewable form or capsule form. So it's basically 2 for 1, which is a huge value add, okay? So that's the capsules, that's the product. The only other part we have is an amazing online program, which was something that really stood out for me, okay, that I could plug my clients into in 25 countries around the world to support them on their health journey rather than a quick fix. This is about creating long-term sustainable change, healing the body from the inside out. And so if you want to know more about the program, talk to the person who invited you. If you want to know more about the products, the research, talk to the person who invited you. But I'm going to hand it over. I think it's all about the stories. What has that actually done for people? So I'm going to hand it over to Nick now. Take it away, Nick. Cheers, buddy.
Thanks, Lorien. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, my name's Nick Frost. Pretty much in construction, as you can see with my high vis on. I've been on the product for probably about 3 months now, 3 to 4 months. For me, always been healthy, worked in construction, going to the gym at 5 a.m., trying to really kind of get the best out of my life, health, and kind of the work and trying to balance everything. I was a little bit skeptical as well regarding the product. I thought I ate healthy, felt pretty good, but wanted a bit more energy. Young guy trying to look for better ways to improve yourself in health and fitness as well. So I've got a few friends and they're on the product, and then I thought I'd give it a go, but I'm a little bit I want to know about research. So I looked it up and thought, it's got plenty of research on it. It's no, it's not some vitamin or something. It's actually whole foods, which I was very keen on. I guess the benefit for me is the energy. Last the whole day now, 10 hours at work. I'm not falling apart at, 3 o'clock, yawning. Recovery from the gym. So again, gym at 5 a.m. I used to really struggle around 10:30. Kind of energy lack. I just kind of, my motivation at work kind of dropped a bit. And then I guess the third thing for me, which was a massive thing, which I really love, is the sleep. I sleep all the way through now. For me, big days, stressful at work, kind of thinking about things a lot. It was really hard for me. And just after this kind of, 3 months, all those 3 things that just stand out to me, and it's just amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. We're going to flick it over to Hughie, and Hughie's going to share a little bit about his experience, what his experience at Juice Plus, and then also we're going to switch gears.
Hey guys, my name's Hugh Simpson, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of my journey into this particular business here. I might not look at it like now in my RUCA hat and my laid-back threads, but I studied law and commerce at university. I came out of university, didn't go straight into law. I started up my traditional business, which was a clothing retail store. And in that clothing retail business, I ended up having 4 stores at the time. I was about 23 years of age, and I was signing massive leases. I was buying stock, holding stock, discounting stock. When my buddies would come into the shop, I would have to give them discounts for the stock. I'd be paying wages, payroll, GST. And this all got way too much at one stage. And the GFC hit. I started having to close the stores down. I had to sell the stores off, and I'm like thinking to myself, oh my God, what else am I going to do? So lucky enough, I had my law degree to fall back on, and I went into a law firm full time. And with law firms, they've you start off as a junior solicitor, and you work your way up this corporate ladder to finally get to the top pinnacle position of a law firm, which is a partner. I got invited into partnership of a law firm, and then I got a job offer to become the chief financial officer, the CFO of one of the largest motor yacht businesses in Australia. And I started there. And when I was working in this particular business, I came in as a CFO. So I sort of jumped the sales guys. We had the sales guys down the bottom here of this particular structure. What I don't like about this structure is that when the sales guys came into the business, they started off in sales. The best position they could get to within this particular business would be general manager, because I already held that title. I was a CFO and GM of this particular company. So the sales guys couldn't get up in this particular structure. I couldn't get any further than where I was in this business because we had the owner of the business and his son ran the business. So we had the owner and the son, and they would never relinquish their particular titles to me. So I was talking to my wife and I was saying, Ange, the only way I could never get to this position, I could be super comfortable, but I could never break through this ceiling and become the owner of this business. My structure changed, my commissions changed, and that gave me uncertainty around my life and the life I wanted to provide for my kids and family was the uncertainty and the security of my job. And that's one thing I didn't like about this particular structure, was that I could never get to the top of this business. And then one thing came into our lives, which was really cool. Some really cool friends of ours. I actually bumped into him at a coffee shop one day, and we had a fleeting moment. Our eyes sort of glanced at each other, and 12 months later, here I am talking to you about this really cool thing that I like about this particular business, is that there is no rent. There are no overheads. There are no wages. You don't have to hold stock. You don't have to buy stock. You don't have to discount stock. You don't have to pay PAG, GST, all that type of stuff. You come into this business as a virtual franchisee. That's your own franchise. You come into the business as that, and you work your way up, sharing your stories, sharing the product, and everyone in this business can reach the top of this business, which is NMD, which is awesome. I should have been skeptical about it due to my unique background: lawyer, CFO, general manager, regular cool dad. But now we can reach NMD. So my family's NMD, Adam, Lorien have all reached this pinnacle position. So it's not just saved for a super wealthy owner and his son, who I had to work super hard to make them wealthy, not me. But in this particular business, we can all get to that pinnacle position of NMD without any super overheads. And I want to cross to Shane, who's going to talk more about the business.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Hugh. I have a similar story. I mean, I spent probably close to a decade being an employee, climbing up the ranks, thinking that's what you want to do. And, let's face it, I think a lot of us tend to be lazy. And I was trying to work smarter rather than harder. In fact, I was just trying to avoid working as much as I could. And when I got into my early 30s, I realized I was doing about probably 50 hours a week. I was getting paid a six-figure income, and I was kind of loving that. But, I found I didn't have much time. And then I thought, what's a smarter way to work? And so I started my own business. And I thought that was the smartest way to do things. And that worked really well for a while until, it started to take up a lot more time. And I started to probably spend 80 hours a week doing it. And I felt like, whilst I was getting paid okay, I wasn't earning as much. And, I was putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. And then a mentor of mine sort of pulled me aside and said, Shane, I see you put in so much hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. And I know you're striving to have this lifestyle where you get to spend time with your wife and all the people that you love. Let me show you a different way to think about it. And I was a little bit skeptical at first. In fact, I was a lot skeptical. And eventually when I heard how this business works, I couldn't help but just get excited with it. And I want to share with you the 3 ways that we get paid in this business, because when I heard that, I just like, what, this just makes sense. So the way that we make money in this business, the first way we get paid, I'm using pens, so hopefully you can see it okay, is we find people that want to improve their health and we connect them to the company. And so what ends up happening is we get paid this profit on the people that we connect to the company. And so what happens is we don't hang on to any stock. We just get paid this small amount by helping people improve their health. And so you don't hang on to any stock. Their stock gets sent from the company directly out to the customer's doorstep, arrives on their doorstep, and all you're doing is just helping people improve their health. And so when I heard about that, I was like, wow, that's kind of cool to be able to, earn money by helping people improve their health. And then the second way that we get paid in this business is through it's like a way to be able to help people build their own business. And so it's this commission. And the second way is we find people that really want to build a lifestyle themselves, that improve their health, they want to help other people do the same thing. And you link arms with them and you show them how to be successful in this business. And this is referred to as like the beach money. This is where the big money is, because you're helping people have their own lifestyle. You're helping them be successful. And in turn, when you help other people get what they want, you end up getting what you want as well. And then the final way is through performance bonuses. And again, there's some really, I guess, early money up for grabs. It's kind of like the now money. And it ranges in terms of, $100 all the way up to, a 4-figure bonus that you're eligible for. And the great thing about the bonuses is when you help somebody else achieve their bonus, you get paid a bonus as well. And when I heard about these 3 ways to get paid, and I heard about this about 14 months ago, and I can tell you, like, this has significantly changed my life. It's given me back the freedom in my life. It's given me more time. I get to hang out with people that I love more. And so for me, that's why I'm so passionate about it and why I want to share my story as much as possible. I think I'm going to throw to Kurt now. Kurt's going to share about his story as well, what it's meant to him.
Hey guys, I'm Kurt, and I work in mining, so I'm a shift worker. And initially, how I was introduced to the business was through my wife's health coach. And to say I was skeptical is an understatement, man. To be honest with you, I mean, nowadays access to information's risen, and so is skepticism. So I've always been a skeptical type of guy. But what I haven't been is an ignorant person. So I sat down with my wife and I watched the link, and I was blown away. I was captivated. I really was grasped by the stories and the benefits of the business. The freedom around dads being able to take their kids to school and dads not missing out on school events with their kids. And in the line of work I do, I was always missing out. And it sucked because I felt isolated and I was working, busting my guts, and I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see. And the results I wanted to see was a core value of mine, and it was just family. Like, my family means so much to me. So my wife was on maternity leave. She was looking for a way not to go back to work. So this came up at the right time. I mean, I was doing overtime, so I was doing 60 hours a week, days and nights, and it was killing me. But we had to do what we had to do because the bills just kept coming in, man. So that was me pushing dirt on a bulldozer. So we got introduced to it, watched the link, and I was just, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. I've always been the type of person to get out there and have a go and not die thinking. So we've been in the business for over a year now. My wife and I, we work it together, and it's been great. We've always wanted to do something together, and this business has just opened up opportunities for us. We've met some great people, like-minded people, and because we've been working this business part-time, we've afforded my wife to only go back to work 5-day fortnight now, which is in the first year we didn't think was possible, but we're on track for her finishing up work around Christmas time. So that's made me go, wow, for me, it's achievable that I can get out of my job and concentrate on being a dad and having that, ultimately the financial freedom, but what that financial freedom gives me and what I want is the freedom to be with my kids and my gorgeous wife. And we're just gunning for it and loving the connections we've made. And the sky's the limit for us. We didn't know about this way of work initially, but now that we do, we just share it with everyone we meet now. So yeah, absolutely loving it. So
awesome. Thanks, Kurt. So good to have you on, buddy, sharing your story and obviously inspiring other guys that are out there working their guts out and, thinking that there is no end to this. If I'm honest, guys, to extend a little bit of our story, when I came along to have a look at this event. I think one of my biggest fears is did I have to go and hunt down all my friends to be successful at this? You know, I've always been ambitious, but there's no way that I was going to be one of those awkward guys running around trying to flog shit to every guy and every person that I spoke to. And, you know, people don't want to invite you to social occasions because of that. And I think that's the thing that turned me off. And what I really saw here, this has got nothing to do with selling. It's got nothing to do with convincing and harassing and hunting people down. It's really about helping people. You know, we get to help people in two distinct areas. We get to help people with health, but we also get to help people with finances and lifestyle choices, which is something that we were looking for. You know, I was sick of missing out on my kids. You know, before having kids, working 60, 70 hours a week was probably the best thing I could do with my time to keep myself out of trouble. But once I became a dad, once I found a gorgeous wife, you know, I wanted to spend more time with them, and I wasn't doing that. And so my values were certainly torn. So I came along against my wife's will. I decided to give this a go. I'll be honest, she wasn't a big fan of me doing this. But I kind of asked her this question, you know, if it's not this, then what? What truly is going to give us the things that we're looking for in our life? And what if this thing could work? You know, what if we were able to tap into really what's going on these days with social media and the internet, even though that I knew nothing about social media. I didn't even know how to do a post, if I'm honest with you guys. I had no idea why people were spending time there, but, you know, I was willing to learn. And, you know, since then, 4 years on, I'm proud to say that in 12 months, we're able to replace our full-time income, and I walked away from our traditional business. My wife became interested in what I was doing about 7 months along the journey because she saw that this was an opportunity that could bring me home. Now, you know, another 3 years on, you know, not to impress you guys, but to impress upon you what's possible. You know, I'm proud to say that we make more money per month than we used to make per year. I get to work from home every day. This is my workspace. That's my wife's side, by the way, with the flowers in the background. This is where I work. This is where I get to play. And most, you know, unless I'm playing golf, I'm skateboarding or taking my kids to school in some way. I'm dropping them off. I'm catching up for a coffee, and we're building an amazing business. And more importantly, when I first started this, we came into this out of desperation. Our life had to change. I was ready to make change. These days, I get to do it out of inspiration, to inspire other guys, other lads out there that are ready for change, that understand that there's got to be a better way out there, that we don't have to mirror and model and honor our old man's freaking hard working ethic, that we can work hard here a smarter way, a way that you can leverage. So I want to say this to finish off. I want to say thank you guys for sharing your story first and foremost. I just love what we do. I love hanging out with all the lads, and we certainly having loads of fun along the way. And I want to say this, if you've taken the time to watch this today, if anything resonated with you, even though it's natural to still be skeptic, I was too at this stage, don't worry. Take the time out to reach out to the person that shared this with and just get your questions answered. To be honest, guys, I couldn't imagine where my life would be at if it wasn't for this business. I don't know where our relationship would be at. I probably know where our financial situation wouldn't be any different than what it was back then. And I just want to say, take the time out. You've been shared this link for a reason, because someone cares enough about you to want you to come and have a look. And I hope you take the time to get your questions answered. And hopefully we get to see you guys sometime soon. So other than that, peace out. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.